Hey there everybody, I am Ynsin, and a few days I put up a poll on my YouTube community page asking what long play series you guys want to see next on my channel. And there were some solid contenders. There was Phasmophobia, there were RimWorld, there's a couple of others, but what you guys asked for was an overwhelmingly positive indie game that you've probably never heard of. So, I present to you a game that I've been so excited to play for a few years now since I first actually bought it back in 2023. This is Stasis. Bone Totem! What a fucking name for a game. Now, the most observant of you are probably going to notice that when you go onto the Steam page for Stasis Bone Totem, it doesn't have overwhelmingly positive reviews, it has very positive reviews, and there is a fairly good and bad reason for that. Number one, I saw a couple of negative reviews accusing the soundtrack of being AI generated. This is absolutely not fucking true whatsoever. The game's soundtrack is composed by an actual composer by the name of Mark Morgan, who helped work on the Fallout soundtrack, as well as Wasteland and The Bard's Tale. The second accusation, also AI related, accuses this game of using undisclosed AI artwork, which I fucking hate in video games. And while the last accusation was very easy to disprove by looking at the DLC of the game, finding that there is actually a soundtrack made by an actual composer, AI art may actually be present in the game, and I will be looking for it as I play it. Regardless of the AI presence whatsoever, I have been incredibly excited to play this game. It seems like an acid trip fever nightmare, but it's also a puzzle game, which I love. I love puzzle games so much. So without further ado, let's fire into Stasis Bone Totem! New game. It is so much darker when a light goes out than if it had never shone. I'm actually really excited for this game. It's been on my list for so long. Now there are also two other Stasis games. One of them is free. The other one is just called Stasis, but you don't apparently need to have played them to understand this game and its full horror potential.
Over.
Nothing on the AIS.
Nothing.
Keep trying.
Repeat. Stationary vessel in position. 23 degrees, 10 decimal. 45 minutes south. 71 degrees, 18 decimal.
I feel like I should be writing this down.
Charlie! It's a rig! I think it's drifting!
Radar says no. It's definitely stationary.
I'm just gonna stay quiet for these cutscenes.
Oil rig! Oil rig! Oil rig! This is salvage barge Kilo Delta Kilo 12 calling on VH channel 16. Do you require assistance? Over.
This intro reminds me a lot of the film Ghost Ship.
Deep Sea 15! Shit! It's a Cade Corp rig!
Still no response. No comms, no power.
Maybe they bugged out! Just left instead of dismantling her proper!
Only one way to find out.
Get the Bone Totem!
Ahead. Hold on tight.
Now, I'm hoping the Bone Totem is actually just some kind of like horrific effigy and not some kind of fleshlight reference.
Here we go.
Was that Skype?
Please let everything be all right. Please let everything be all right.
Call me crazy, but I don't think everything's gonna be all right. This game was tagged with horror on the Steam page, so I can only be led to assume that everything is not going to be all right. Now, I don't actually know anything else about this game other than overwhelmingly positive for a couple of years, a bunch of achievements. I verified the soundtrack is not AI, and also at the same time, horror. Okay, wow me.
Okay, we're tied off. Rain may be letting up too.
Ha! And the foxhounds are live and sniffing.
Foxhound mapping network connected.
We really think these mapping drones are worth it.
We have to map the whole thing. The salvage reports. There's no way we do that without drones. And we're borrowing them, Mac, not buying them.
Borrowing has a price too.
Look at it, Mac. If it's empty, this changes everything for us.
Not everything. Sorry. You're right. I'm gonna head into the rig.
Hey, let's sync the QSDs.
Quantum storage device. Shared storage is now concurrent.
Here's active.
Yeah, I still can't find the spare device though.
Oh, it's on Moses. I needed its battery.
Great. QSD on a toy bear. It'll be passing as seashells and barnacles.
He's more than a toy.
Oh my god, it's a wall of text! You shouldn't have, game! I'll do all of those things. Oh, it's a point and click! This is cool as fuck! So far, this game has literally just been ghost ship the game. A pile of unopened letters has been stacked on the table. The words final notice and payment due emblazon the envelopes.
How are we going to... It's just... never ending.
Oh, medical bills. That sucks the most. Power button? Just over my shoulder? Okay, that gets out. How do I ping? Oh, I see. That's cool, actually. Picture frame. Let's take a look at this picture frame. A family photo of Mac, Charlie, and Hope. A cherished memory has been frozen in time. The smiling faces look back from behind the glass. Okay, who am I playing as? Who is this? Is this Charlie? Oh, these are the conversations. Logs. No, haven't snapped any of those off today. Collectibles, none out of 20. That's okay.
Oh. I keep waiting. But... fool's errand. Never hurts any less.
Yeah, that sucks. She is obviously there under duress, and he is possibly the duress. Don't know what the hell this thing is in the background. She looks like something from The Hills Have Eyes. No wonder he is all the way out here on a ship. Also, Mommy Longlegs on the photo frame. Very good reference in advance for Poppy Playtime. Okay, what if we double click? We run. Okay, good. Super Toy. A sophisticated robot's toy casts a forlorn figure. The patchy fur betrays its age. However, this rare Mr. Kibbles model boasts a learning AI on par with modern alternatives.
We should really get rid of these.
Is it like Megan? The film
Yeah.
Megan? Yeah, what? Bed, bathed in the glow shed by the fairy lights, the thick blankets promise warmth and security. Can we get back into bed? I'm going back to bed. I'm going back to bed! I can't go back to bed. I tried though. Bookshelf. A variety of sentimental knickknacks occupy the wooden shelf. The rough sea has shifted some of Hope's favorite books. Okay, let's leave the safety of that bunker. Rainwater drips from the crib's bulging wood. Ooh, was that fanfic? Did I accidentally just touch fanfic? What was I? Oh, here we go. Rainwater drips from the crib's bulging wood. The bassinet's pink paint has been torn away by the weather. The salt water has seeped through the little mattress. As a result, the impression left by a sleeping figure has almost vanished. Is our Hills Have Eyes child dead? That would suck. Whoa!
Whole lot of nothing. 1 in a million. Picking up that ping. Of all the headings you could have set.
Yeah.
You could have just shouted that at the door. Now, a ghost ship is kind of like the soul of a ship. Sailors believe that their ships have souls, which is why they call them hers. And a ghost ship is a ship that died out on the water, and then their ghost goes and floats around until the end of time, basically. It's an old superstition. Cell recharge station. A salvager wouldn't be caught dead without a power cell recharge station. Now, there is also a film called Ghost Ship, and I've got a sneaky suspicion that this game may actually be slightly inspired by it. The ship's helm is a chaotic jumble of old equipment, charts and novels weathered by use. The entrenched aroma of caffeine emanates from a dashboard-mounted espresso machine. Ooh, very bougie. I love that. I love a bougie coffee machine. What is this? Dark water. Void black broth slaps anxiously between the two hulls as if distressed by the chafing proximity of ship and structure. Various plastic detritus clings desperately to the structure wall and the refuse of a once active workspace. Well, that was kind of cringe to hear. Where am I going? Okay, scene transition.
Okay, let's see.
Not without a torch.
Systems closely active. All systems nominal.
Radio check, video check, vitals check.
I hear you. You seeing what I'm seeing?
Plug suits live. Signal is good.
I'll plug your suit.
This rig is massive.
It doesn't look scuttled either. There's way too much equipment left behind.
I don't know what scuttling is. Is that where you, like, raid a ship? Holy hell, there's a lot of shit here. Saucer? Oh, it's a radio dish. I thought it was like a spaceship or something. Oh, yeah, aliens. They landed on Earth. It's fine. Sitting idle and unpowered, a lunar satellite dish idles, rust slowly claiming its surface. The amount of cargo left strewn about suggests the dish's demise may have come earlier. Also, the robot's voice is an oscillating bass frequency, and I have a strange condition where I've got a thin bone in my ear, and oscillating bass frequencies give me a little bit of vertigo. Examine PDA. The encrypted handheld device unlocks access to its owner's personal thoughts, messages, and reports. How encrypted is it, though? It is not encrypted at all. This guy's hideous. Oh my god. Looks like another lab is being set up on the mule. Yesterday's cargo resupply had at least a dozen stasis pods. This morning, I processed a sizable neural cortex vat suspended in jelly. Not gonna lie, it made me hungry. That's disgusting, you absolute fiend. What about this guy? I forwarded the security protocols to Follis. Unfortunately, the asshole still has me by the balls and he knows it. Right, I thought it was just in my head, but the more I listened, the more convinced I became that it was real. I asked everyone around me if they could hear it too, but they all just looked at me like I was crazy. I couldn't shake the feeling that the music was there though. It was faint and ethereal, like it was coming from another world. I've never had an experience like this before, and it's really unsettling. I wish someone else could have heard the music too, so I wouldn't feel so alone in this. Investigate and order treatments for cybernetic degradation due to the salt air. Order a mag lift couplet bracket. Investigate required spares for gas turbines and war gate components. Order security latches for the maintenance lab. Check for new food and film catalogs. That last one doesn't really seem necessary. Message to Babs Darren, pending delivery. We could deliver this. I fear that I may not express myself correctly if I try to tell you how much you mean to me. I'm working on digging us out of the debt hole that I unwittingly put us in. I can only imagine the shock and disappointment you felt when you found out. I was sure the investment was good, but I recognize now that I have a lot to learn. I fully expect to repay the company and get you out of the debt holding facility in 5 years. That's heaps of time. I have a surefire way of making a ton of cash. I need to pay off a few game debts and then I can get my system running again. You will always be right here in my heart, no matter where I am. I will be selling nudes. Love, Kurt. Okay. The pill pushers told me to start keeping a dream journal. So here it is. The same dream I have every night. I'm in a magnificent chapel. Large red and black stained glass windows with emblazoned images of Jesus and Mary are staring back at me. 1,000 voices hum in the background. I look down and have no arms, legs, or torso. My head is part of a seething mass of goop. I scream, and the entire mass vibrates, and I start humming the same tune. My lips are forced to move against my will. A human figure enters from the vestibule and tears my tongue from my mouth. I am forced to look at the figure. It speaks. I do not understand its speech. Father Melvin would be proud that 3 years of religious education have finally borne fruit. Ah, yes, religious oppression. Thank you. Note to self. Jacker paste, 4 crates, 128 bags per crate. Don't confuse berry for strawberry again! It's revolting! 25 Bioday suit gel packs, also revolting to the taste! Order tube, cable, and piping spares for the mule, including replacing a mile of melted 10-inch steel core cable. What the hell could fry this line in the freezing Pacific? 2 calcium injector units for Dr. Elspeth. I live in the Pacific! It's not freezing here! I'm gonna come out with it and say that Kane is absolutely full of poo-poo. He's a poo-poo brain. Poo-poo brain Kane! Captain, are there any issues with the DS-15 outgoing mail? By the way, this is to Captain Haskey. I've been trying to get a hold of my mother for the last month, and every message I've sent is still marked as pending delivery. I've combed my settings about a dozen times. I'm hesitant to push too hard since Kane takes care of my mother as part of my contract. But she's the only reason I put up with this, literally shit work and criminal pain. I've spent the last 2 mornings unclogging sewage and scraping more of Kay's sordid experiments out of assorted containers. I think I deserve the right to check up on her. Can you help me out, Cap? For old time's sake. Okay. What's next? Bell maintenance keeps tripping the electrics up here, which is a pain in my ass. Well, don't stick the cables up your ass then, dumbass. Kurt, do this. Kurt, do that. Kurt, fix this. Okay, his name is Kurt, poo-poo head Kurt. So I'm going to bypass Substation 1 and Substation 4, nuke them both from the system, of course. That could result in a catastrophic fire, but that would be someone else's problem. No juice for the entire platform means a vacation for Kurt Dog! Huzzah! The dreams have stopped, but the chorus has gotten louder. I can now make out some of the words. Apple trees and pear trees are in blossom. Mists above the winding river float. Cringe. Quarantine order! As of corrupted. Bolus's drone races are on hiatus, which is bitter news. Worse yet, the quarantine went into effect before the last results and payouts were distributed, so I'm left twiddling my thumbs, waiting for this whole thing to blow over. I can feel in my gut that I won something, maybe even one big, and I can't help wondering if the greedy bugger isn't using the quarantine as a cover to cut me out. 65 log entries were erased remotely. Cap's wife came up from the mule in a body bag. Please keep me here and please keep me safe in your care, Kane. Help me to feel your presence and know that I am never alone. Protect me from all harm and guide me on my path. May your love and grace surround me always. Also, Cap's wife's still hot, even though dead. That's it. Okay. Kurt is Kurt Dog. Darren, he's a motorman. He's a motorman. Okay, what else we got? Puddles. Various panels seem to have been pried from the flooring, though the reason for this is unclear. As a result, puddles of rainwater have pooled into the exposed architecture. Okie dokie, cargo boxes. These containers seem to have been packed and placed in preparation for loading them into a ship. However, the extensive weathering from the elements suggests that such a ship never came. Yep, well, I know a lot of guys who are like that as well. Gate release mechanism. There is also another area we can go through up here, I imagine. Conduits? Saucer? Stacked cargo. There's a bunch of crap over here, actually. Landing. Darkness swallows the other side of the landing as the sound of groaning steel structures echoes in the wind. These are conduits. A curtain of dark runnels coats the wall below, betraying the presence of tweaks, leaks, and freaks within the piping. Right.
That is a long way down.
17.5 meters.
I could make it across that beam.
Nuh-uh, no way. It's too dangerous. I'll find another way across.
You could jump. You could jump. Hastily packed cargo. This cargo seems to hold the personal effects of some of the crew who worked in here. Awkwardly handled and imperfectly sealed, it seems they were packed in haste. I've never been to haste. I don't think. Okay, so we've got a couple of options here. We could go north up onto this bridge landing, or we could check the gate release mechanism. The storm shutter has been lowered. Fortunately, it can be opened with a light tug on the driving chain. All right, I bet light tug is his middle name. Yeah, right?
Found the power generator. It's not spinning.
Explains why we didn't pick up any radio chatter. Think we can get it running?
Well, it's locked up, but yeah, looks intact.
Hold on, I'm coming up.
She wants the world to know. Does she have different dialogue with all of this crap over here? No, I don't think so. I think once we've actually seen all of this, it's exactly the same dialogue. I'm running!
I forget how frighteningly beautiful the ocean is at night.
Yeah, excess on fright.
Right. Especially during a storm.
Though there be fury on the waves, beneath them, there is none.
Incorrect.
Says who?
Exactly. The ocean is full of fury. Can we? Are there like collectibles? What about the soup toy? Can we take this?
Hey, Moses. Silly bear.
I hate this. What can I jam into his guts? Do I have anything? Like my phone, maybe? I put my phone in his guts? No. What if I put husband? Husband in his guts? No. This thing's hideous. Jesus Christ, I hate that. Okay, what else can we interact with? There's also a picture frame over here. We've seen it. Cell recharge station. I don't think we did anything with this. I think Big Dumb Man doesn't know how to use it. Yeah, okay, so we have access to this now. There's a handle here that we can use. It's pretty much effed in all of its cables. A couple of yellow and blue cables as well. A stupid decision for the color coding of that. Not really a hell of a lot that we can do there, is there? No. What is this thing? Nothing. What is this? Ping. Oh, I see. Okay, there are three. Oh, we found a fuse. We were confused, and now we are pro-fused. What did the fuse say when it blew out? Sorry, I couldn't resist. Oh, that's worse than my pun. Okay, what if we put that there and... Okay, it has blown out. That sucks ass. We gained the same fuse. What's over here? What's over here, though? This, right here. Can we put the fuse in here, maybe? Yeet? No. I can give it to my husband, despite the fact that he's not even in the same place, really. What about this duct tape? Do I do anything with this duct tape, maybe? No. Can I duct tape this? No. What if I duct tape the handle? Ah, no. It did nothing. Oh, I can smash things. Really? Is this a good idea? Use strength. I can use my strength to bend, break, or smash objects in the inventory. An item must be adjacent. Slot first. Okay. I feel like maybe we don't smash. I think maybe we go to wife. Who I'd smash. Hell yeah, I'd smash. I love freckled ladies. Good. Maybe we fix it with tape? No, this is not the right option. What if we just like right click on it? No, that does nothing. I'm breaking the gate. Oh my god, who'd have seen that coming? Okay, let's gap it. Unless there's something else to do. No, there is not.
Times like this, wish I had something to pray to. Please, let this all be okay. Let it be okay.
I'm not sure.
Deep Sea 15.
She could pray to the sea.
What is this place?
Who cares? Let's figure out if it's empty, claim the title, and get out of here.
Well, this one may warrant some overtime.
Why was he using comms? That makes no sense. I'm literally standing behind him. What a dunce. Oh, there's a blue thing over here. Oh, yeah, we can cross that beam, can't we? Because she's nimble, and he's simple.
That looks heavy.
Yeah, no way I'm getting that open by myself.
What about both of us? What is up here? What the hell is that? Oh, that's the thing that scans the ship, isn't it? Okay, so we got two things up here that we can interact with. There's also, I'm gonna start ignoring all of this green stuff. I'll like hover over it just in case anybody wants to read the subtitles, but I'm not gonna go out of my way and read all the greens unless they're literally hints for a puzzle that we need to do. The heavy storm gate's mechanisms components are shielded by the earthened enclosure. Right, so we need husband up here to punch this, don't we? No, we don't. We can just hit the lever. Oh, that's a fixed fuse. Broken control unit. Wowee. What if we put this here, and then we put this fuse here, and then we put this fuse over here, over my shoulder, and then we try and combine.
These fuse boxes are tricky, but the control unit should work now.
I solved a puzzle! I put it back, and now I press the lever. What's the ping button? There isn't one. Okay. I press. The massive fan blades dissipate heat from the electro pump over power generation room below. Oh, that's awesome. What's this? A substation notice? What does it say? AA? FG? JJ. Ah! Okay, gotcha. There's also a QR code up there. What is that? Oh my god, guys, I found a secret! Look at this. There are no clues here. Wow, what a secret. Okay, thank you though. Okay, what else is up here? We have substation notice. There is a junction box that we've already solved. Don't know what the hell that thing is. Reinforced walls. We've got some storage. We've got some tanks. We could probably get in the tanks later, right? Possibly. There's a big Deep Sea 15 sign up here. Probably don't need to read that to know what that sign says. Okay, I'm coming down. Well, I'm coming down. We're gonna keep on keeping on. I'm gonna try and cross this beam.
I can do this.
I know.
Charlie, I mean it. We can't afford this right now.
What does that mean?
It means when risks catch up with you, they catch up with me too.
I don't care. Just literally
Charlie,
launch
goddamn
myself
it.
across.
I made it, Mac. It's fine.
It was fine this time.
I know my limits.
That's not the point. The point is, if you get hurt with our debt, we lose the boat too. Haven't we lost enough?
That's why we're here.
This woman.
I'm going to feel so bad if it ended up being that our child died. Because I called her a hills have eyes monstrosity. Okay, something large and heavy forced these balustrades to near collapse. Whether it fell into the ocean below or was cleared by hand, no trace of the culprit remains. Okie dokie, we could probably go around them, right? We don't actually need to go up to these. There's another collapsed walkway over here. What's over here? Containers! Wow. What do they say? A cumbrous aluminium enclosure stuffed with chaotic assortment of exotic apparatus and equipment. Okie dokie. I'm going across! Ah! Man, I am nailing these walks. There is a rusted portal window just over here. Hashtag Gladys.
A lot of damage here.
Yeah, I'll say. Oh.
Storm must have done this.
Please be careful.
This isn't my first rodeo, Mac.
My third. Okay, let's come down here. There is something to read down here, but it's kind of hard to actually get my mouse over. At this height, the wind begins to tug and pull at the exposed architecture. The beginnings of a howl starting to form as air gushes through the skeletal remains of the walkway. I don't breathe a gush. Okay.
Looks like this is the only way in. It's rusted shut.
That's okay, you can squeeze between the gap, right? What's this? Twisted handrail? Likely victim to the same occurrence that took out the rest of the walkway. I'm going to husband. We're going over to husband perspective. Locked gate? Not for long, baby!
Need something to pry this lock.
Oh, you mean like something straight and metallic? Too bad someone lost our crowbar, isn't it?
Hey, that seagull was eating my sandwich.
Consumable. I love that. That's really funny, actually. Okay, let's get out of here, because we obviously don't have what we need. There's a PDA down here, which we have already read. I am almost certain of it. Do a quick ping. Can we go up here? I just don't know. I think we can, but I think we've already solved the puzzle up here. Possibly. Yeah, junction box, we've already solved that puzzle. Let's go up here. Substation notice, we already read that as well. Our little robot dude's up.
Something's not right. All this equipment, why would they leave it?
You've heard of gift horses, I presume.
Yeah. And Trojan horses.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar with that brand of condoms as well. Okay, we'll come down here. And... I think our big, dumb ape husband just needs to get across this walkway, right? You can do it, buddy. Just try it out. Try it out. Oh, I think it collapsed. Okay, well, that sucks. Back to wife. Do we just smash in the window? Oh, we found a twisted rod, but it's probably too bent. This is not straight metal, is it? Do we smash the window with it? No. I give it to husband, and now I am husband. Man, this transference of consciousness thing is really creepy, isn't it? Okay. Let's break our way into here with this twisted rod. Do strength, do a strength. Nice, I straightened it with my bare arms.
And got it. Now let's get that power back on.
I would really appreciate that.
I got a magnet. The hell am I supposed to do with a magnet? Transformer. This complex apparatus increases the voltage of the power generation system. Wow! Stalled turbine? Oh, there's heaps in here. Turbine starter. There's also a door we can leave out of. Generator room. Wow, energy is distributed throughout the rig by this massive machinery. Cool. Let's touch the turbine starter. What are we looking at? So there's this thing.
Out of fuel, looks like.
Cool. We just got some fuel. Just got some degreaser, I think. What else we got? There's a pipe here. This thing is super fucked, actually. Let's give it to wife. Here you go, wife. Here's a hose. Hose full of holes for my hose full of holes. Okay, now let's be wife. And we will combine these two just over here into the slots. And I'll go to the other side of the screen so that you can see how this works. All right, so we want to hit this button.
And voila, airtight.
There you go again, using fancy words, making yourself look smarter than me.
What, airtight?
Honey, I don't need fancy words for that.
Okay, I'm gonna give this hose back to husband. We'll make the husband carry everything because he's the big stupid typecast man, right? Big stupid, big dum-dum, big dum-dum. And we'll see what else this game has to offer in the next episode. Thank you all so much for watching. I know that a lot hasn't happened yet, but I'm pretty sure the game will kick off real hard. All over the screen, you should be able to see a bunch of other content that I have made. Go ahead and like the video if you like the video. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button to subscribe to my channel. The choice is yours though. If you made it this far in the video, you may as well, however. And of course, I will see you in the next video that I make. But until then, it's going to be lights out for me. Bye-bye!